welcome to Hitchhiker's Guide to Humanity. Today we're talking about Earth and how it's just another container for consciousness. Okay, so the way that I understand it is that because Earth is so dense, it has so much gravity. It's one of the densest planets in all of the universe, maybe the densest. Jury's still out on that one. What does gravity do? Well, according to Einstein's theory, it bends space and time. And so, okay, so I just watched Interstellar again. And the thing that really popped out to me is the fact that gravity is the one thing that can transcend space and time. And so I thought, how does that fit in to everyday life, right? Why we're here on Earth. And I figured it out, I believe, is that the human body is a container for consciousness, okay? And Earth has a little heartbeat. It's called the Schumann resonance. You can see it. It just goes boom, boom, boom. And it makes these little lines, just like you see in other scientific experiments, like the double slit experiment, right? If you overlaid the double slit experiment, the wave interference pattern is like lines. If you look at the Schumann resonance, I'll put a picture up here, and you superimpose that over the double slit experiment, you can see it's the same lines. Earth has a pulse. So why would consciousness slash source slash the divine slash God slash quantum realm fill in your particular noun? Why would they want us to come to Earth? Because it's a place to create new. Because it's a place where we can forget who we are and re-remember. Because of the gravity on this dense planet, it allows us to forget who we are so that we can act out all of these different scenarios so that we can create new ideas and experiences and feed that back into the universe. And Earth is that well. Earth is the well that we exchange that energy with. You can see it in everyday life when you meditate. So like the moon is our moon and it circles, what does it circle the earth and the sun? And the moon affects the tides, water here on Earth, right? There is I would say, quantum entanglement sort of thing going on. I'm sure others will be like, it's actually this, science, blah, blah, blah. But that's fine. And they can, because I am not a physicist by practice anyway. So this is probably a good time to tell you who I am. My name is Erica, and I am a spiritual, scientific, philosophical, psychological, souls, plural in here. I'm here as a bridge soul to help bridge the ascension to whatever it is that's next. And I look at things very objectively through a spiritual lens and also through science. So you won't get as much woo-woo with me, but I am a psychic, I am a healer, and I work in the quantum field. So this channel is all about how those combine, and I try to use humor and like real life to explain some of this stuff because it's super confusing. If you watch one series on quantum mechanics, you're like, I'm sorry, what? But since this is what I do in the universe, and I'm remembering that this is what I do, I know how to explain it to people so they understand. So that's what I'm trying to do here. So let me know if I'm not getting through, because then I'm not doing my job.
Now, where was I?
Because gravity is the one thing that can like transcend space and time, not just transcend it, bend it, right? If you put a planet, a heavy, dense planet in the middle, it bends space and time. There are theories that say we're actually inside a black hole. that we are the singularity. And if you don't know anything about black holes, just know this. It is extremely dense. Gravity on the inside is so dense that time stops. Huh, what? Yeah, I don't know. It's creepy and weird. And because on Earth, gravity is so dense, we're like one toss away from a black hole, if you think about it. How dense we're here, we can stay on the Earth and not float out into the ether of the universe because of gravity. And gravity is a mysterious thing that you cannot see. You only see the action of what the gravity does. Can you see it? You can only see it when there's something observing it, right? When you toss a coin and it falls, gravity. But if you were to just look out and you're like, there's gravity right there, it has to grab onto something. So wouldn't it make sense that consciousness, which we cannot see, is also another substance like gravity that moves through the earth and moves through the universe and helps us create new things, helps us create new ideas. Because if this existence, and I believe that we are infinite beings, if we are infinite beings, what it gets boring. Why would you want to know all the stuff all the time? So Earth, which I've heard others say is like jail, you go here to get punished or something. I don't believe that. I believe Earth is the transformation planet because, as far as our knowledge and mine as a frequency grid holder and broadcaster, I believe it's the last place we go. It's the place where we go to upgrade because it's the densest. What does the dense planet have a lot of? Gravity. Gravity is the key here. I think gravity is what holds consciousness in check on Earth and allows us to do all of this. Life. So if you're here right now, it's not to be punished, even though it feels like that most days. Let's just be honest. We have picked quite a doozy of a time to come to Earth to transform. But that's the key. Earth has been the same density for however many years. I know that I could look it up and I would know it, but like thousands of years, let's say. And it's time to move to that next level, right? Maybe it's going to be 3.5 and not 4D, right? Maybe it's 3.7 and not 4D, but it is going to be different. It is going to be more about humanity doing good things for humanity. That money and material things will not be the basis of every decision. That love will conquer all, blah, 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 blah. Yay, corny stuff. Yay, enter like.
And don't forget, I'm also just a girl standing in front of a boy, asking him to love her.
Corny. Humans have made love corny because of emotions, right? Our souls don't have different emotions. It's all love all the time. That's what's up here, is that it's the baseline. We call it love because of how it feels, but love is consciousness. Consciousness is love. It's all the same thing. That's why God is the divine, is the quantum realm, is source, is spirit. Whatever you want to call them, they are an energy source. Everyone and everything is energy. We are all made of protons and neurons and electrons and particles and waves and all the things. That is what we're made of. The same thing that the universe is made of, and stars, because stars are made of those too. It's all the same. And so once we start looking at it like it's energy and not, white Jesus in the sky, because we all know Jesus was not white, okay? He wasn't white. He was a man who was kind of like those of us who are waking up, remembering a messenger, right? He tried to tell people, hey, I don't know what he tried to, I can't remember at this moment, but you're doing it wrong, basically. And we're not here to tell you that you're doing it wrong. We're here to tell you that what you need is inside you. It's always been inside you. It is there. What you need to have a successful life full of joy, full of excitement, full of creativity, you're not going to find it external. You're going to find it in here. Because once you find it in here, the external matches that frequency. It's all about frequency matching the energy. And that's where I'm going to leave it today, because I don't want to get too into the depths of all of this too soon. I have content for years on this, and I've been tracking this and taking notes like the good little researcher I am, the good little frequency broadcaster journalist who came to Earth for this reason. So stick around, subscribe. I'll be making one of these every week. Okay, if you have any questions or you want to discuss anything, please leave them in the comments. I will check them. Thanks for listening. Peace and love to you all.